Okay, good evening to everybody. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I apologize for my voice. I have like a runny nose, and that's why my voice sounds this horrible. Okay, I'm super excited because today we have the two, not one, but two debates taking place. Okay, so we're going to start with the group, not Bernard's group, because Bernard told me, he asked me for permission to be the second. So who is in the other group?
Alejandro, Rose, and I
Okay,
think.
you're totally right. Okay, guys, so whenever you want, you can go ahead and start with the debate. I don't know if you have a presentation. Remember that since it is a summative activity, you should have your cameras on.
Teacher,
Tell
in
me.
Spanish because I need say something.
Tell me.
And I don't know how do you say this in English. And tenemos algunos problemas con la presentación. Rose la hizo, pero la cargó como en una página virtual, bueno, como online. No sé si podemos enviarle a usted el link, porque al parecer a mí me abre, pero de mi teléfono.
Okay.
Como enviarle el link, a ver si usted lo permite abrir. Es que dice Rose que ella no pudo abrirlo.
Okay,
Es que
okay.
no me quiere abrir ni en la compu ni en el teléfono. O sea, no me carga la página. No sé qué será. Y es que solo por link se puede abrir.
Okay.
Entonces, si quieres enviarle el link al profe,
Ya,
Rose.
se lo envío.
Es para que pague la licencia de la página.
Es que
Eso
era
parece
premium,
una,
por eso no la podía descargar.
eso parece una Rolando. Aquí Rolando se que andaba en la playa toda la semana pasada.
Dios
Le
te
digo,
oyera que fuera así bonito.
Rolando dijo, ni siquiera me voy a conectar a clases porque estoy en la playita aquí, nomás y mejor.
No puse un pie en la playa, nada más le digo.
Eso sí es triste.
Sí,
Ahí
claro.
está, dicho.
Okay, yes, let
Ni
me.
piscina tenía el hotel. Bueno, sí tenía, pero estaba mal.
Only in the wet bar.
Genially. I've seen genially. Accept all cookies. Ajá, it opens. A mí sí me abre, solo para ver si puedo pasarlo. Ajá, I do have it. I can see it. So I can share my screen.
Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome. Let me share my screen very quick.
Yes.
Wait, here we go. Okay. I don't know if it has audio, but let me share sound as well. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. Can you see it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, awesome. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start.
Okay. Good night, guys. Today we want to show you debate about educational inclusion. Tonight we will be joined by the Minister of Education, Alejandro, and teacher, sorry, how do you say licenciada? Graduate.
The thing is that in English we don't usually have the word licenciado. We usually because we have bachelors and we have masters, but in English we don't have that. So some people say licentiate, but I'm not sure how correct that would be.
Okay, master Jandali and teacher at the UCR. Before starting the debate, I would like to provide information about what disability is according to the OMS. They are people with long-term physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory deficiencies that, in interaction with various barriers, can hinder to participation in society inequality. 15% of the world's population, that is 1 billion people, suffer from some type of disability. Now, what is inclusion? Inclusion pursues equality in the human rights of individuals in society and the comprehensive improvement of their living conditions, offering the same work, educational, social, and economic opportunities in privileges as the rest of society. Now, let's start the debate. Question 1. What is next picture? Sorry, page. Okay, what educational centers offer so that it is assumed that they are inclusive?
Okay, hello, night. Actually, in Costa Rica, exist many institutions and centers with different specialties about the person with different disabilities. For example, in San Jose, we have Helen Keller is one, and other is Centeno Well. This institution working with different persons with different disabilities, and the teacher in these centers have a knowledge about the LESCO, Braille, different disabilities, because it's very important for give the best attention for this person.
Mr. Alejandro, I understand your idea, but what do you think about children with other condition or other special condition, for example, autism? Because you said that there are some institutions specialized in disabilities in general, but are there some institutions specialized in autism, for example? Because I don't know if you know that many parents pay more than 800 in private education because there aren't a specialized center to give the best attention in this part of the population that have other kind of condition.
Okay, yeah, Andrea, I understand your preoccupation, but you need to remember that the autism is not unique disability. Costa Rica exists many disabilities. Maybe in Costa Rica we don't have many institutions, but all institutions work with autism. For example, I before say the Helen Keller and Centeno Well see these disabilities, and the first attention for this disability is the school. Many schools around around Costa Rica work with children with disability, with autism, excuse me.
Okay, I think that 2 or 3 examples are enough to work with this part of the population, because we have 64,000 people with this condition, and 2 or 3 examples for me aren't enough. The next question, please.
Question for the next teacher. Thank you. Question for Minister Alejandro. Sorry, I make you okay. How could the teacher be able to provide? It is assumed. No, sorry. How could the teacher be able to provide equality for all students in the classroom?
Okay, this part is very important because for give the best attention and quality, we need the teachers receive the training about different topics, because, for example, or different areas, Lesco, Braille, psychology, therapy, physics therapy, and language therapy, because many persons have different disabilities, and each one need different attention. One point is very important. You can give the same attention for all, because each disability is different and needs different attention.
I have a other question for you, Alejandro. What do you think about the rural places? Because you said examples that are in the San Jose city. But are there the same opportunities for the rural places? Because most of these schools are or institutions specialized in disabilities are in San Jose. But in rural places, are there the same opportunities, for example, in other region of the country, like Ortega, Huetar Norte, because exist many needs in this part of the population too?
Okay, Yandelin, I understand, but in this moment in Costa Rica, we don't have many centers. And the main center are in San Jose, Alajuela, Heredia, but for excuse me, but for give the same attention around of Costa Rica, Costa Rica created the legislation. This legislation tried for equality for all people with disability. For example, we in Costa Rica, the regulations say the law 7,600 and say that the all person with disability have the same accessibility to building, transportation, education, and, and yes, okay. The other thing, the legislation of Costa Rica have national housing for people with disabilities, and the other is the national disability plan. The law try to promote the respect the rights of the people with disabilities.
Okay. Next question, please. Rose, I don't listen you.
Sorry. Thank you, teacher. How do you think to should treat various disabilities in educational centers, promote equal opportunities, throughout the community?
No, it's yours. It's yours. Another.
Excuse me, teacher, one moment. Es lo mismo que yo dije ahorita.
Dilo atrás.
Okay. How I said before, the teacher receives training in different disabilities for give the same attention for all people. For get a best job and is the same accessibly with all things that the other person.
The next question, please, Rose.
Okay, and next teacher, please. Okay, Master Jandali, do you think it will be a positive thing to include freezing language in the educational system in which we all have access to this learning?
Okay, I think it's very important. More than something important is something necessary, because if we want a real equality, a real inclusion in the country, we need a change in the education system. And for example, for me, in my personal opinion, I think that some skills, for example, Lesco, Braille, and other example of skill are more important in some cases that other subjects. For example, if in the next generation, if we include these skills, this knowledge in the education of the country, the next generation could be able to communicate with people, for example, with left, for example, with deaf people, sorry. And this is the real inclusion, because the real inclusion isn't not only include the person with the disability in the society. The real inclusion also include the society itself in the disabilities.
Okay. The next question.
Mm-hmm.
How could the inclusion impact or improve the society?
Okay. The university system should teaching in the same way that the schools and
Sorry. Me equivoqué de pregunta, sorry. How do you think university education should transmit to students and that diversity is absent and that is an accessible university that encourages student participation and learning?
Okay, Rose. In the university, the university system work should teaching in the same way that the schools and the specialty center. We need to promote the inclusion. This university work with the same legislation that the school centers in other institutions. In addition, okay, no, yes, it's all.
Excuse me. I agree with you, Alejandro. It's the same legislation for all the country. Are the same laws. For example, the law number 7,600. But don't forget that in the universities is other situation, are other needs. For example, some careers need to change for give them other opportunities. Some career needs to change for give opportunities to the people with some disabilities or special conditions. In some cases, is not easy to get the inclusion in the universities, because it's a little bit, or it's so much different than in other cases. Next question, please, Rose.
Mm, Okay, how could inclusion impact or improve the society?
Okay. Well, it's simple. If we promote the skill of the people with disabilities, these people could participate more actively in the society. What would that mean? That these people could improve their skills and get a job in the future. This means impacting the employment. That just in case in Costa Rica, national employment is the 9.6%.
Okay. The next question, how the educational system includes the families with children with disabilities?
Okay. There are a program, a guide that provide accompaniment for the families, to the families of students with disabilities. This document offers support, offers a guide to educational centers to give them a strategy to their support. And in this document exists the same, or include the same laws, the same legislation that in the rest of the country, to promote inclusion and to give a guide to the family with children that have any special condition.
Okay, thank you. I want to share a video about this topic. Teacher, can I share the video?
No, now you can do it.
Mm. Can you see, teacher? And the others.
Sorry, what did you say, Rose?
Can you see the
Yes.
video?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone is different. The 2020 Global Education Monitoring Report on Inclusion and Education believes that education is strongest when it embraces diversity. Learners should not have to adapt to the system. Instead, education systems should adapt to their needs. When students do not feel welcome in school, they are less likely to learn. This is everyone's loss. But rich and poor countries too often educate some children apart. Children who have a disability, have been displaced, speak a different language, or are poor and disadvantaged. School design may favor some students over others, as do many laws and policies. Teachers are often ill-equipped to cater for students' diverse needs. Children may not recognize the way they are portrayed in textbooks. Some may not see themselves there at all. They receive the message that they do not belong. Testing sometimes follows a narrow vision of education, and consequently, some students leave education earlier than they should. These are complex problems to solve, but a belief in the right to education is a belief in inclusion. Children have different learning speeds and needs. They need curricula that are flexible, creative, and relevant. How we prepare teachers matters. They must be given the tools and training to achieve our vision for reform. The resources we know can help the marginalized, educators, support staff, and equipment should be shared so that everyone can benefit. Better data on those left behind will help us reach them. Disadvantages often accumulate. We can't address inclusion one group at a time. Redressing these disadvantages requires funds. These must be equitable and target individual-specific needs. We must work together on these tasks across government ministries, from central to local authorities, with civil society supporting governments, and schools opening doors to the community. Inclusion in education requires a change in mindset in society, so that education for all means education for everyone, without exception. Achieving this is everybody's business, including yours.
That was such a beautiful video. I loved it. And I agree with it. I think it's very accurate in regards to what we need to do in terms of education. But also like the way that it explains everything. I just really liked it. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. And in addition, don't forget that the inclusion isn't only to the educational center, it's for the country and the society in general.
It really is. Sorry, Ali.
No, it's the first step for inclusion.
I completely agree with you. I know that it is difficult sometimes for people to accept or embrace these new ideologies or these new things, but I think that there is a reason why they are happening. So we should also like take a moment, breathe, and try to think as if we were in the other person's shoes. So it is a difficult situation, but it's worthwhile to do that. Very good, thank you. Moni, do you know anything about Bernan? Is he coming soon? Or
Yes,
no?
I think he is going to connect right now.
Okay, good.
I send you an image for the FundaTEC chat or WhatsApp. Can you please put the picture?
Me, like you want me to share my
Yeah.
screen? Okay, sure. Let
Or
me
I think
download it. Sure.
it's just a picture.
Okay, don't worry. Let me see. Wait, I don't have WhatsApp in my computer. I'm opening.
Well, let me see if I can share.
No, don't worry, I can do it. I usually open it, it's just I didn't have it open.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Okay, I already have it. Okay, okay, I think that one is Bernard. I heard somebody coming. Let me just, wait, let me accept Bernard. There we go. And let me share my screen now. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes, can you? Perfect. Okay. Is Bernard? Yes. Okay. Okay. Good evening. Today we are going to talk artificial intelligence. We are going to have a debate. Our participants are Rolando, who is a businessman, Bernard, who is a businessman, and Jeanette, who is an expert in the topic. I am going to make a little introduction of the topic. Artificial intelligence is the intelligence of machines or software as opposite to the intelligence of humans or animals. It is a field study in computer science which develops and studies in intelligent machines. It may also refer to the intelligent machines themselves. We are going to talk with the two businessmen and the expert, but first we are going to meet Jeanette Gonzalez, who is the expert of the topic. Jeanette, welcome.
Thank you, Monica. Good evening, everyone. We start with a definition about artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? It's a technology that helps in everything. We know that we have artificial intelligence in smartphones, in robotic process in companies. We have intelligence cars and medicine, but what does it do? Artificial intelligence is the ability of a machine to exhibit the same capabilities as human, such as reasoning, learning, creativity, and the ability to plan. Artificial intelligence is one of the technological areas with the greatest economic projection in the short and the medium term. In a graphic growth, we can see since 2021, inversion for $67 million to 2030 with inversion for $1.5 trillion. Since the global artificial intelligence market emerged, growth like this has not been seen ever in the world. And that is before we start to see the effects to this boom with the specific topics. But what are the reasons why more and more companies are investing in artificial intelligence? That is well because they have better advertising, software solutions, automatization, repetitive tasks, improve quality. Despite all the virtues, we have important problems in relation to developing the artificial intelligence. They are ethical problems, legal problems, inclusion problems. We will address the advantages and disadvantages in this debate.
Okay, thank you. Well, now we are going to meet Rolando. He's a businessman who is in favor of the issue of AI. AI is artificial intelligence. So let's meet Rolando.
Good afternoon, Monica, and everyone present. My name is Rolando Arguedas, a businessman since I was 20 years old. My company, it is not about technology. It is about production and sale of household products. But I have to say a lot about technology because I have seen very good results with it. Now, answering your question, Monica, because I believe in technology, we all use it. What AI, allows is to engage a technology. We use the same smartphones, for example, is the same smartphone, but with the ability to provide us with faster and more efficient information to help us make our daily tasks easier, such as through with voice control. I can start, for example, cleaning the house. That's very easy, clean the house now, and turning on or off the lights before arriving at night, And in the companies, many more things can be done to prevent incidents and automate process.
Okay, thank you, Rolando. Now we are going to meet Bernard. Bernard is a businessman who is against of the issue of AI.
Hi, how are you? Good night. My name is Bernard Ureña Lopez, and I am a businessman since I was 20 years old. And I think I know all around this topic. I consider that AI is a tool that give us advantage, but I think that we mostly get disadvantage because it does help us with tasks, but to want to extend those helping me making the human being increasingly weaker intellectually with amount of information at hand or obtain everything through just as a search without having a sense of own thinking, in addition to the fact that we expose ourselves more with each electronic device that is connected to the internet because it is more information that we give ours to people who should not have it, right? And this is my point.
Okay, let's go to the format of today's debate. Today, we are going to have three topics: education, robotic process automatization, and ethics. Each of them will be solved by our business. They will have 2 minutes maximum to give us the answer. So, first of all, we are going to start with education topic. And the question is for Rolando. Rolando, who is on favor, tell us, how do you think AI can influence the education?
Thank you, Monica. This is a good question. Many times in education, we evaluate the ways of doing things. And in the end, what matter? The results, really, the efficiency. If IA can give me the fastest results and focus people on the most timely analysis of the information, it can be said that we all win. As a businessman, I am not interested in whether an employee knows how to multiply. I want a result using this example as a metaphor. But with AI, simulations of real events can be made that would optimize my time in a real case. Reducing incidents response time. It has adaptive learning, documentation, translation, etc., etc. Artificial intelligence is enhancing education and will do so much more in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Rolando. Now, I am going to give you the question for Bernard. Bernard, tell us, how can IA have repercussion in education?
Hey, thanks, Monica. It's true, I a businessman and I need to reduce cost, but if we as a society of young people who do not have a critical sense or cannot think for themselves because they are not accustomed to getting everything from the internet. What do we expect from the future workforce? The workforce that we have today is the one that we consider to be the correct one. Why? It had a tools at hand, such as the internet, but it also not have the AI the young people have today, which no longer makes them think. I does not develop their capacity of analysis to have one own thoughts. So in the future, I don't know what to expect from a doctor, for example, or an engineer of those generation, right?
Thank you, Hernan. Now, always on the same topic, like a businessman, will you hire people educated by AI? Bernan, the first.
Okay. I think that if I will hire, since we have to adapt to the world we living in, I will continue to businessman when these young people enter the workforce, sorry, but I will change the way of attracting them, sorry, attracting talent, for example, obtain the best of the best, I think.
Okay, thank you. Now, Rolando, it's your turn.
You. Um, I don't promote IA as the absolute truth. I say that is the tool that can better prepare people. For example, the pilots use simulators. Really? Why not apply the same for doctors or for introductions in companies, education? We can have it in an innovative way, but many times we limited ourselves by thinking about the future of people who do not want to leave a box.
Okay, thank you, Rolando. Now, the second topic is robotic process automatization. Rolando, have you applied to RPA in your company? What benefits can you tell us about this application?
Of course, at this moment, we are implementing RPA in the company. Why? Because I have, for example, I have 3 people sitting 8 hours a day doing a repetitive task. That is a waste of time for them and money for me. If automation can do this task for me, I can tell my employees to do tasks with a greater added value. They can carry out innovate projects that can increase sales instead of giving me statistics that the robot can me, I don't know, around 5 minutes or less. So, of course, I will apply RPA in one or more company processes, and you could bring this technology to your companies.
Okay, thank you, Rolando. Bernard, what do you think about this application? It sounds like people can lose their jobs. What do you think about that?
Okay. Yes. Today, the young growth of technology that we have today, many sources of employment are going to disappear. Technology is good for helping us, but it does impact us today by creating things that should not be created, is my position. Such, for example, as AI. That's because we have this drastic change and migration of professionals to different work areas to survive. But those we find it more difficult to change a work area, we should not only think what help us automate, but also he warned that human being give us in a deal, for example.
Okay. The same topic in a 2 minutes. Can you tell us how AI can improve of this favor the industry, Rolando?
In 2 minutes, Monica, I don't need 2 minutes because this topic or this idea, it's very simple. Reduction in time and cost. That's it. For example, a company like UiPath, a market leader according to Gartner, engage its process through the detection of automatable processes and can provide a report on the benefits of the application or robotic process automation in these companies. I assure you that when you see the result, they are going to want to implement at this company.
Thank you, Rolando. Now your turn, Bernard. In 2 minutes, can you tell us how AI can improve or disfavor the industry?
Okay. I have 3 ideas, principal ideas. The first is loss of employment. I think is we need think so much because in this point because the all people can be change your knowledge to change to another work, and I think it's so important that consider. The second point is giving my confidential information to the third parties or third person who control the information. We need think is so important. What people have my information, my personal information, and when the electronics when when we have a lot electronics connected to the internet, we send information to the third person, and I think is the person use this information to to do bad things, I think. And the last is loss of reasoning or an analytical sense of future workers. With all this, I do believe that there is an impact in this area. And that is my third principal point.
Okay, thank you. Where we are moved to the third topic, ethics. Rolando, do you believe that in terms of ethics, AI could be subject to plagiarism?
Okay, this may be the best question, but I have the best answer. A gun in the hands of a police officer can save a life. In the hands of the thief, a life can be lost. It always depends on who and how things are used. The result change, for example. If there may be bad intentions, but the same technology can also detect if a words in done with ChatGPT. Then fraud always exists, but can be detected and sanctioned by copyright.
Thank you, Rolando. Bernard, what do you think about remote operation in terms of ethics?
Okay, I consider that it is not correct to leave a point is a critical as operation, and people live in the hand of a machine. Science, there is always room for error, or I will consider it fair, perhaps to be an aid to obtain information in real time to the doctor, but let a real person have to final decision, I think.
Okay, thank you. Now for both of you. Can artificial intelligence have ethics just as it imitates human logic?
Okay. In my case, artificial intelligence cannot have ethics. It's very simple. As such, but it can be parameterized under pre-established criteria. IA constantly learns under machines called machine learning, and it is the ability to learn day after day from the same interactions with people. They cannot have ethics, but better yet, they cannot break the ethical values that they are thought as if a person did, and that is why many are in jail.
Okay, thank you, Rolando. Now, Bernard, can artificial intelligence have ethics just as it imitates human logic?
Not with the technology we have today. It's a technology that is just beginning and can have many errors. You cannot think of something created from machine having a thought like human have. In addition, it can be used for criminal or military acts. So in this case, I don't even consider correct to create something like that.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you for the all information about this extremely important topic. Now we are going to have a closure with our expert, Jeanette, who is going to talk about AI in the future.
Thank you, Monica. First, we must thank Bernard and Rolando for the debate. Their passion and knowledge is evident, and both of them have strong reasons. With people for and against, artificial intelligence is a reality in the advance more and more every day. The future of artificial intelligence looks full of technical advantages, innovative application, and ethical challenges. Its transformative impact on almost all areas of human life will continue to be one of the most important and exciting topics for years to come. We will see greater integration for the artificial intelligence into our daily lives. The community will seek to ensure that artificial intelligence is used in an ethical, transparent, and equitable manner.
Well, thank you, Jeanette. And thank you all for your attention. We think that AI is a very important topic that is present in all our days. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. I really like the organization that your debate had. I think it's having it in like in different stages made it like very organized, very clean, and I genuinely like that. I also think that the subtopics that you approach in the topic of AI were very interesting and very trendy, because those are things that people are currently talking about. So I think that was great. Thank you very much for that. Okay, now we're gonna go to the book, and today we're gonna talk about one of my favorite topics in English. Just in case, last time we covered unit 9, no, 10 STEM B. Today we're gonna be talking about 10C, which is in page 82. So that is the one that we're gonna start working on today, which is 10-2. 10-2. 10C. 10C with page 82.
Teacher, excuse me, what page?
82.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, everybody there?
Yes,
So
teacher.
my book is thinking. But yes,
Okay,
My
so
book too.
okay, we'll just give it a minute. Guys, just in case this week we're gonna focus a little bit more on grammar, because next week is the last week, I think. Yes. Next week, let me double check with the syllabus because I might be wrong, but I think I'm not. Wait, syllabus level 4. No, yeah, this is week 7 because today is December the 4th, and then we have the 6th. Yes, okay, so this week we're gonna focus on grammar, and because next week we have finals. We have the written one on Monday and the speaking one on Wednesday. And for the speaking one, I have a surprise. Something you have never done before.
what kind of surprise?
I don't like the
teacher?
surprise.
You're gonna find out very soon. Wow.
We are going to have fried chicken in our house.
Oh my God, can you imagine? That would be a beautiful surprise.
I can send you fried chicken
You money for 100? A fried chicken is nothing.
for 100, for a 98 fried chicken.
No, but I have a surprise for you, which is gonna give me a lot of work because then I have to check it, but it's gonna be interesting.
Is this Wednesday?
No, it's next week. On next Monday, we have the written one. Next Wednesday, not this one, but the next one, which is the 13, I think, Wednesday, the 13, we have the spoken test. That one
Okay.
is the one that is gonna be a surprise. So yes, this week we're gonna focus on grammar because this is the last time ever that I'm gonna teach you. So I wanna try to cover all the grammar topics that we're missing because they are very important. That's why. Okay, let's continue. Please change to page 83. I was waiting for Moni and Jeanette. Girls, are you ready there?
Yes, my book is okay right now.
Okay, awesome. So please go to, I flip it one more, go to page 83. And in page 83, click in the grammar part, please. It says, I'm gonna show it to you in a second. I'm already connecting with my iPad. Okay, there you go. You click on this one. It says page 144, Grammar Bank 10C. Okay, so we already talked about phrasal. Did you see the handout I sent you about phrasal verbs? Did you see it? ¿Sí pudieron verlo?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay, that one it's not going to be included in the written exam. That one won't. Well, maybe I could include a few. Let me think about it because I could include one of like some of them, like a few of them. Like to use them in context. That would be really cool. So yes, that one, and also I was gonna mention something else. No, it was not about the exam, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so last time we talked about phrasal verbs. Today we're gonna talk about the passive voice. Okay, what is the passive voice? Okay, to understand the passive voice, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. To understand passive voice, we need to know that we have passive in voice. I'm gonna write it here in the center. Okay, to understand both passive and active voice, you need to understand how they work. Okay, so active voice is the voice that I use when the person is performing the action. The person is doing the action, okay? For example, if I say, money sends, I would say it in future, but future is not here, so money sends fried chicken to the teacher. And I'm gonna draw a happy face because who doesn't like
classmates.
Well, to everybody. Yeah, that sounds better. Let me change here. To her classmates. And teacher, right? Because I need to be there. Thank you, Moni. That's very nice of you. Okay, so in this one, it's active voice because Money is doing the action. Money is going, buying the chicken, and sending the chicken to each one of the different places, okay? That is active voice. Another active voice can be, for example, Rolando eats a chocolate cake. Okay, so Rolando eats a chocolate cake. That is active voice. Why? Because Rolando has the cake here and a spoon maybe, and he's eating the cake. Okay, that is active voice. Rolando is performing the action. the same as money. Okay? Are we clear with this? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
What is passive voice and when do we use passive voice? Okay, passive voice is the structure that I am going to use, also that I can use as well if I want to emphasize not the person but the action. Tell me, Rolando.
Excuse me, I have a doubt. What is the difference? For example, Rolando eats a chocolate cake with a gerund,
What?
with a gerund, los gerundios. Como para decir Rolando está comiendo.
Oh, that is a great question. And it is completely different. Pero así tan diferente como decir, comparar un Ferrari con...
Cuidado con la marca, cuidado con la marca.
No, con un Ferrari con un Lamborghini. Bueno, Lamborghini, because it is Italian. So, es como comparar esos dos. Cualquier persona que sepa de carros sabe que a pesar de que los dos son carros de carreras, no se parecen en nada, ni en estilo, ni color, ni nada, ¿ok? Entonces, why am I saying that? Not because one is better than the other, it's because they're completely different. First, Rolando eats a chocolate, it's just simple present. En la que me dijiste, Rolando está comiendo, eso para empezar, ni siquiera es un tiempo verbal, es un gerundio y no se utiliza. Porque lo que dijiste, está comiendo, no es un gerundio, es un presente continuo. Esa es la diferencia. El gerundio es solo el verbo, como decir con ing, como Rolando eating. Pero yo decir, si yo digo Rolando eating a chocolate cake, esa oración está gramaticalmente incorrecta porque no hay un verbo presente, debido a que eating está funcionando como gerundio. Es como que usted diga literalmente, Rolando comer cake de chocolate. Me explico, suena justamente así y uno sabe que uno no habla así.
Como
Entonces,
normalmente habla un inglés, es
como dicen los rumores, ¿verdad? Por aquello, porque this is recorded, luego me demandan. Pero, no, but yes. The way that sometimes they talk is completely incorrect. Entonces, si quisieras decir, Rolando está comiendo, okay, that is perfectly fine. Si puedes decir, Rolando is eating a chocolate cake. Is it possible? Perfectly possible. O sea, es perfectamente posible. Hoy no lo vamos a ver porque el tema no va tan allá. Ese tema es muy amplio porque todos los tiempos verbales que existen en inglés se les puede hacer voz pasiva. De hecho, yo amo este tema por eso, porque hacer un examen con este tema en todos los tiempos verbales es Jesus, like chef's kiss. It's just beautiful. O sea, son tantos tiempos verbales y tantos cambios que hay que hacer que con solo este tema basta para que yo les haga un examen a ustedes de hasta más de 100 puntos. Solo este tema. El libro solo nos lo está presentando en presente simple. Y creo que el otro era pasado. Vamos a ver. I'm gonna run. And. Sí. Ajá, y pasado simple. Son los únicos dos. Entonces, por eso nos vamos a enfocar en presente simple y pasado simple. That's it. Okay? Did I answer your question?
perfect. Yes,
Y Rolando, no, la verdad es que me dejó más confundido. Si antes tenía una, tengo 7.
más o menos, pero bueno.
Sí, la verdad es que no, pero ¿qué queda? Okay, no, if you still have the question, let me know. Pero sí, no se podría. La de is eating, yes, it is perfectly possible. La de Rolando eating, no, because it would be ungrammatical. Okay? So going back to the topic, Rolando eats a chocolate cake and Money sends fried chicken to her classmates and teacher. Thank you, Money. We really appreciate it. That is active voice. Now let's talk about passive voice. When do we use it? Okay. I use it whenever I want to emphasize the action and the object. Oh, I love that there are bubbles. Did you see that? Ahora que dice así, se activó como un bubble. Yo todo chiquito que descubrí esas cosas, sorry. Pero es que me salía como un bubble. Ahora que dice así, porque ya no me sale. No, it doesn't work anymore. Ya, se llegó.
Sí, no lo vi.
Ya la jodí, ya la jodí. Okay, so When I use passive voice, whenever I want to emphasize the action that I am doing and the result of that action or the entity that is getting the weight of the sentence. That is the first scenario. I am going to use it whenever I don't know the person who performed the action. Okay? O sea, si no sé quién lo hizo, I can also use it. For example, imagine you get to your house and there is a window broken. But you don't know who broke the window. So you can say the window was broken. Vamos a escribirlo aquí very quick. The window was broken. Entonces, what doesn't appear? Broken. In this one, who did it? We don't know. So that's why we say it like that. Si fuera una acción, perdón, a sentence in active voice, then I would say, oh, Jeanette broke the window. Okay, porque yo sé que no hizo. Pero en este caso, I didn't see it. So I can say the window was broken. Okay? ¿Cómo vamos in regards to the usage? Clear? No?
Yes. Good.
Okay, awesome. So, any questions?
Teacher,
It's a meeting.
but active voice is when it's doing the action.
Yeah, when the person does the action. Exactly.
Passive voice is in the past.
No, not necessarily. Passive
Was
voice.
is estaba.
No, yes, no, but this one is because we're gonna cover in simple present and simple past. So vamos a cubrir los dos, pero it can also be in simple present. Like the window is broken. O sea, como la ventana está quebrada. So it can also be in present.
Okay, so example, the passive voice.
We're gonna go here. So in passive voice, what we do is that we take the sentence in active voice and we turn it upside down. O sea, le damos vuelta a la oración. Okay? How does it work? I take the object of the sentence, o sea, según español o según la división gramatical, usualmente tenemos sujeto, verbo y complemento. Usualmente el complemento suele ser un objeto directo. O sea, we take that, the direct object, and we put it at the beginning. Okay? En este caso, vamos the money. Money sends fried chicken to her classmates and teacher. Por si les cuesta identificar el objeto directo, como lo decía en español, como un recordatorio cuando estábamos en la escuela o en el cole. Bueno, creo que era el cole. Para identificar el objeto directo, le preguntamos qué al verbo. Entonces, en la primera, Money sends fried chicken to her classmates. ¿Qué envió Money o qué envía Money?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. Entonces, fried chicken is going to be the first thing that we put there. So, fried chicken. Ahora que vamos con la siguiente parte. We need to mark two things. En voz pasiva, always, 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 we need to use the past participle of the main verb. ¿Ok? ¿Cuál es the main verb? Send. Entonces tenemos cuál es el pasado participio de send. Not so many. Sent. Está muy cercano. Fried chicken, ok, sent. Sin embargo, como en todos los tiempos verbales de la voz pasiva tiene que ir el pasado participio, yo necesito otro indicador que me diga que está en presente, porque lo de usar pasado participio aplica para todas, presente, pasado, futuro, continuos, todas. Entonces, si yo no agrego algo más que me diga el tiempo real, esa oración podría estar en cualquier tiempo. O sea, puede ser que no manda, sino que envió, que enviará, o etcétera. O está enviando. Entonces, para marcar el tiempo real en el que estaba la oración en voz activa, yo voy a utilizar el auxiliar be conjugado al tiempo verbal. ¿Ok? ¿Cuál es be en presente simple? Who can tell me? Ay, que no sepan esta. Los mando a nivel 1. ¿Cuál es be in simple present? I'm going to give you a clue. There are 3.
Is, are.
Thank you. Okay, is, am, and are. En este caso, fried chicken, which one should I use? Is, am, or are?
Is.
Correct. So fried chicken is, y como les dije ahora, we're going to use the past participle. Entonces, después de que utilizamos el verbo be conjugado, tengo que utilizar el verbo principal de la oración en voz activa, pero lo voy a usar en pasado participio. Fried chicken is sent. Okay? In this one, we can say to Moni's classmates and teacher, por ejemplo. To Moni's, apostrophe, classmates and teacher. Okay? En este caso, wait, I haven't said that Moni sent it. Solo digo que se le envió a los compañeros y el teacher de Moni. Entonces, que el nombre de Moni esté ahí no significa que Moni lo está haciendo, solo que se les envió a ellos. Si yo quisiera decir que esto fue enviado por Moni o por X persona, entonces esta persona yo la introduzco a través de una palabrita que es by. By, ahora sí, ¿quién? Por Moni, for example. ¿Ok? Ahora sí, entonces yo digo, o sea, pollo frito es enviado a los compañeros de Moni, a los compañeros y el teacher, no dejemos al teacher votado porque es muy importante, a los compañeros y el teacher de Moni por Moni. ¿Ok? Sin embargo, en este caso se repite Moni, pero no tiene que ser Moni la que lo envía, puede ser el esposo de Moni, puede ser Nati, la hermana de Moni, puede ser whomever wants to send this. ¿Ok? Es el primero. Let's go for the second. La segunda es más cortita, tal vez sea más sencilla. Rolando eats a chocolate cake. Entonces, what does Rolando eat? ¿Qué come Rolando?
Chocolate cake.
Exactly. Entonces, a chocolate cake. How many chocolate cakes are we talking about?
One.
So, is, am, or are? Is. A chocolate cake is. ¿Cuál es el pasado participio del verbo?
Eaten.
Thank you. Eaten. So a chocolate cake is eaten by Rolando. ¿Ok? Just in case, como ya lo dije antes, the person is not that important, so I can omit it. O sea, si en el examen yo les pido un ejemplo y ustedes no me ponen el by, is fine. Yo no siempre lo necesito porque yo ya sé que en voz pasiva esto no es relevante. Hay profes que sí lo piden por aquí porque más adelante van a ver voz pasiva en otros tiempos verbales. Pero si en caso de que no se los pidan, o sea, pueden dejarlo sin el by. El by es irrelevante, no hace falta. Usualmente en voz pasiva, just in case. Okay, questions, comments, concerns.
Eso en español se lee, el queque de chocolate está siendo comido por Rolando.
Es comido. Un queque de chocolate es comido por Rolando.
Ok.
Ok, teacher, eso solo se usa en el presente.
No, eso se usa en todos los tiempos verbales, desde pasado simple, continuo, presente simple, continuo, perfecto, futuro simple, continuo, perfecto, todos, hasta en el imperfecto. Pero
Ok.
en este caso, estos ejemplos, estos que tenemos acá, los de, no sé cuál es derecha izquierda por ustedes, pero los de mi derecha, que son los de fried chicken, is eaten, is sent to money, esos son voz pasiva en presente simple, y los de money sent fried chicken y Rolando eats a chocolate cake, que son los que están a mi izquierda, esos serían presente simple en voz activa. Okay, questions, comments, concerns. How are we doing? ¿Vieron qué tema más fácil? Ese tema está bonito. ¿Vieron
So.
lo que es ver presente perfecto continuo con esto? Porque el presente perfecto continuo lleva dos auxiliares y el verbo, y al pasarlo lleva tres auxiliares y el verbo. So it's amazing. I love it. Okay, no questions. Everything is super clear. Okay, now don't worry. You're gonna smash this. You're gonna kill it. In past is exact same thing. O sea, eso que acabamos de ver exactamente igual en pasado. La única diferencia, a ver, ¿quién me la puede decir? Por un confite imaginario.
El verbo be. O sea, el verbo en pasado.
Money hoy vino on fire, pero así on fire.
Dormí.
Además, si vieran, yo que esa le llevaría un brownie con caramelo salado, pero está muy largo, porque San Ramón está muy largo. San Ramón es como otra provincia independiente.
You can
So,
say.
but yes, it's very, that's the perfect part of it. The verb be. Entonces, como el verbo be es el que me indica the tense in passive voice, when I talk about simple past, I need to change it. Entonces ya no va a ser is, am, or are. Is going to be was and where. Those are the only two that we can use. An example. Okay. We're gonna use this one that we have here, but I'm gonna erase it first. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. So, active voice, someone broke the window. Okay, why someone? Because we don't know who this person was. Okay, yo digo alguien porque igual I have no idea who this person was. So passive voice, what was broken? The window. So the window was broken by someone. Okay. Remember, the by is completely optional, so you don't need to use it, but I'm adding it because some people like to have it there. But the window was broken is already perfect. It doesn't need anything else, okay? Questions? Either this is too easy or you're too confused because nobody's asking anything.
I don't know, I think very
It's too
confused.
confused, teacher.
Confusing, I think it's the easiest thing. Okay, no, but we're gonna have lots of practice, so don't worry about it. You're gonna see that you're gonna kill it. Okay, let's have another example. Okay, let me see, Rose. Rose que nunca habla. Entonces, Rose, tell me, okay, tell me a place you visited yesterday. Por decir algo.
Rose, diga como mi amiga, I went to Viricito.
Sorry. Teacher. I visit the beach,
Okay.
for example.
Okay, I visited the beach. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, so what did Rose visit? The beach. So I take the beach and I put it at the beginning. The beach was, why was? Porque estamos hablando de, it's only one. Okay. Si Rose me dice, I visited several beaches, let me go ahead and change it. several beaches, then I cannot say the beach. So where? Why? Because it is two or more. Okay, beaches were visited by Rose. Okay, how are we doing? Easy peasy. Now let's go back to the book and see what the book has, because I might be
Teacher, sorry,
tell me.
question.
Sure.
The first example have, haven't where and was. The verb was, is, and now is was, and where.
Yes.
Why?
Because it is indicating that the original sentence was in simple present. No. So for example, the first one says, a chocolate cake is eaten by Rolando. So the is telling me that the original sentence was written or said in simple present. In this one, the window was broken, is indicating that the original sentence was written in simple past.
Ah, ok, es que era otra.
Ajá, sí, eso. Ahora antes hablamos de presente, ahora estamos hablando de pasado simple. The verb be is key. Todo lo que sea una oración de voz activa va a estar en la de voz pasiva, y además la de voz pasiva va a tener algún elemento, usualmente el verbo be, que va a estar en alguna forma en la que me va a indicar cuál era la del tiempo original de la oración en voz activa. O sea, como dándole una pistita, como mira, tirándole frijolitos, de mira, estaba en tal, like that. That is it.
Ahí
Teacher,
yo quedé con, perdón,
sorry. No, sorry.
es que ahí, no sé, quedé con duda porque tengo dos verbos en pasado.
¿En cuál?
En esta, were and visited.
No. No. It is past, but it's not simple past. It is past participle. ¿Y qué les dije? El pasado participio. Por una porción con doble pechuga. No me paga. No es pechuga, es doble pechuga.
Y papas.
Y papas. Y papas con salsas.
No, salchipapas,
Exactly. Making it better. Entonces, what did I say about the main verb? The main verb is Rose visited. What did I say about that in the passive voice example?
Marca el tiempo en el que...
No.
The
No.
verb tell us which is the subject, principal subject.
Ah,
Ah.
again?
El verbo le marca quién es el sujeto en no, ya me
No.
dormí.
Not even close. What I said is that the main verb in the active voice sentence changes not to simple past, but past participle. Que cambia el verbo principal en la oración activa, en la voz activa, cambia de cualquier tiempo en el que esté a pasado participio, o sea, no es pasado simple. Y recuerden que pasado participio no es un tiempo verbal. Entonces, el verbo cambia a pasado participio, y lo que les dije es que la razón por la cual no nos podemos fiar de esto es porque en absolutamente todos los tiempos verbales que hay en voz pasiva se cambia a pasado participio. Por eso es que metemos el verbo be Y el verbo be es el que me indica el tiempo verbal real en el que estaba la oración, ¿ok? Es como lo que llamamos un falso amigo. El verbo real, o sea, el verbo principal es como un falso amigo, porque uno dice, claro, visited, visited, ya está en pasado simple. No, porque recuerden que visited es un verbo regular. Al ser un verbo regular, significa que tanto su forma en pasado simple como su forma en pasado participio es la misma. En algunos sí cambia, como en el verbo eat, que el pasado de eat, el pasado simple es ate y el pasado participio es eaten. Ahí sí podemos ver una diferencia más tangible. En visited, no, porque al final de cuentas, los dos, pasado simple y pasado participio, se ven iguales. No significa lo mismo en español, pero se ven iguales. Entonces, eso es lo que confunde. Pero no, visited no es un indicador del tiempo verbal, es solo como una regla general de todo voz pasiva. O sea, pasado participio siempre va a estar presente en el verbo principal. Por eso metemos el be, para que el be nos diga cuál era en realidad el tiempo en el que estaba esta oración. Si era pasado, presente, futuro, ¿qué era? ¿Ok? ¿Cómo quedamos?
Teacher, esa
Dígame,
última
Rose.
oración se traduciría, las playas fueron visitadas por Rose.
Ajá.
Sí, ok.
Yes, 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 like that. Just like that.
Luis,
Yes.
una consulta, ok. Para saber el tiempo en el que estaba anteriormente, ¿necesariamente tiene que estar el by Rose o no? Digamos, podemos suponerlo.
No. El by Rose, again, that one is irrelevant. Porque el by Rose, remember that in passive voice, the person that performs the action is not important. So in active voice, it is super important. But in passive voice, we don't care. We don't care about the person. The person is unimportant. So no, you don't need the person to know the original tense. No, no, no. You need the verb
Okay.
be.
In other example, teacher, bueno, Yandana y yo estábamos viendo acá una situación. Quizás nos estamos yendo un poquito más arriba, pero por ejemplo,
Don't worry.
si yo digo en activo, perdón, Yandarin studied all her books. Ok, pasivo, ¿verdad? Activo, perdón.
Ujú.
Ok, y si lo quiero pasar, por ejemplo, a pasivo, sería all books had been studied.
No,
No se puede
no. Had been
han sido.
studied. Ah,
Digamos, sí, haciéndolo como han sido estudiados.
the original is Gentling studied.
Ajá.
No, no podría, porque had been studied es pasado perfecto pasivo. Entonces, para que eso se pudiese, la oración original tuvo que haber estado en pasado perfecto, como de Jandaling had studied
Ok.
her books. Si hubiera dicho
Es-
Jandaling had studied all her books, ahora sí, all of Jandalin's books had been studied. Ahí sí. Pero entonces, si vos me decís, Jandalis books, Jan studied all her books, eso es pasado simple. Aplica perfecto para eso que estamos viendo. All her books were
Were
studied by Jan.
by
Correcto.
Jan.
Oye, me tiene que coincidir entonces
Ujú.
en
¿Ah?
esa parte de tiempo. Me tiene que coincidir esa parte en los tiempos, porque digamos,
Exacto,
no puedo
exacto.
pasarlo en pasado simple y hacerlo en pasado, pasado participio era.
Pasado perfecto.
Exactamente,
Perfecto.
exactamente.
Ok.
O sea, sí se puede utilizar el presente perfecto y el pasado perfecto, pero tienen que coincidir los dos.
Exacto, exacto. Es como, si no me equivoco, y Ginés me puede disparar en esto, pues creo que hasta tal vez esté mal. En un registro contable están los activos y pasivos. Lo que está en activos tiene que calzarle con lo que está en pasivos, si no me equivoco. Entonces, es justamente lo mismo. Lo que salga en la oración en voz activa es lo que tiene que calzarle en la oración en voz pasiva.
Ok.
Lo
Ah,
mismo,
ok.
solo que se les van a dar vuelta, digamos, en ese caso, no van a salir exactamente igual porque el énfasis de la oración cambia, pero es lo mismo. Si ese estaba en presente, estaba en presente, estaba pasado, pasado, y así para todos.
Ok,
And
ok, perfect,
Rose
teacher.
to
Thank you.
kill you.
Ah, Rose, yes, Rose, you can also shoot me. Y Rose, de por sí tenía ganas, digo, ¡ah! Okay, so questions, guys. How are we doing? Good.
Go to the practice.
You know, the nice part about this is that we're only talking about simple present and simple past. Sometimes the topic appears with all of them. Yo no me acuerdo sin un nivel más adelante porque ya tengo como así, Alzheimer con lo que se ven los demás niveles. A veces los ponen todos, entonces es chivísima porque eso hace que uno practique todos los tiempos verbales. Entonces, y ponerlos en un examen es chivísima por eso, porque si uno va identificando, mira, eso es pasado simple, no, eso es pasado perfecto, no, mira, eso es pasado participio, eso y así va para irlos y hasta acomodándolo. Entonces, por eso digo, es un tema muy bonito, pero sí tiene su ciencia. And I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, let's go back to the book. Vamos a ver qué nos dice el libro porque puede que no notáramos nada ahí. Okay, it says we can often say things in two ways, the active or in the passive. Yes, Alfred Nobel invented dynamite. Dynamite was invented by Alfred Nobel. Passive. In the active sentence, the focus is more on Alfred Nobel. In the passive, in the passive sentence, sorry, the focus is more on dynamite, correct? We often use the passive when it isn't known or isn't important who does or did the action, the thing that I mentioned. My car was stolen last week. Volvo cars are made in Sweden. We use by to say who did the action. The Lord of the Rings was written by Tolkien. Okay, let's look at the examples. 20 billion pieces of Lego are produced every year. CDs aren't used very much nowadays. Is Spanish spoken in New Mexico? Wasn't where? The hot air balloon was invented by two Frenchmen. Stamps weren't invented until 1840s. When was the watch invented? Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, doubts? Nope. Everything is super clear. Can you imagine the amount of fun we're going to have in the final test?
No, please.
The final test is going to be so fun, guys. You're going to have so many topics, and I love this. Well, I promise I'm going to do my best not to make it more than 200 questions. Pero es que hay temas muy chivas, entonces siento que me voy a emocionar mucho escribiéndolo. Entonces, pero voy a intentar que no sea más de 200, I promise. But yes, I'm super excited. I love grammar. You know I love grammar, so like that is my thing. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, let's go to page 144 and let's work in the practice that we have here. Parts A and B. Okay, page 144, no, 45. Parts A and B, please.